Here. Here it is. And it is 7. Hello again and welcome to Drawing with your favorite host, Mad Mel, and we are going to be working on something new today. We had fun last week working with some stuff, so today we're going to try something a little bit different. I thought maybe we would do just a simple drawing or something like that, but there is something different that I would like to try. And we're going to give us a few minutes and let some people get in here. And while we're doing that, I want to go on ahead and get a new page opened up here. And there we go. So we have something to work with. And we will get started here in a moment. So if this is your first time, thank you for showing up. And we are happy to have you here. If you got a pencil, piece of paper, or if you're using a digital tablet and you want to follow along, go on ahead. If you have been here before and this is your second or third or maybe 100th time watching me on stream, thank you for showing up again. Greatly appreciate it. The more the merrier, so definitely keep on. And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button at the bottom. Definitely want you a part of the new stuff that we're going to be working on. Of course, I do time-lapse videos every Friday, so you can definitely look forward to that. As for this month, we are doing superheroes, and next month we are doing Dungeons and Dragon characters of different types. So that's something to keep in mind. We're also checking to see if the Facebook stream is working. So if it is, fantastic. If it's not, we may just cut that out of the roster completely because for whatever reason, having issues with it. Don't know why, but we're going to see if it is going to work today. Hopefully it does, so we can go on ahead and have more people show up to the stream, which would be great. Hello, Zatarius. How are you? Gotta do a mind flare? Well, I can. I mean, I have one. I've done one before, but I could do another one. But I might do something different today. I don't know what I'm going to do, but a mind flare might work. I just have to look and see. Oh yeah, okay, so it is working. So I want to just keep an eye on the. I'll just keep an eye on that. So I have to find a picture of a mind flare, which I think I have one buried somewhere deep. But for those of you who don't know what a mind flare is, or a mind flyer is, it's from D&D. Nasty creatures from the Underdark. If you've never seen one, it's almost like a 9-foot tall Cthulhu face looking thing. It's got like an octopus mouth and a whole bunch of other shit going on. Real wild looking. So, yeah, it's kind of creepy looking, but it's cool though. I would have to say it's pretty cool. I'm going to turn on my fan. Hopefully it doesn't make too much noise in the background because, you know, it's hot. Yay! And then we're getting close to summer. So, yeah, it looks like we will start with something here. I'm thinking of something. Gotta do something. I was contemplating doing a picture like a wizard with an octopus for a face. Yeah, exactly. Like a wizard with an octopus for a face. That's exactly it. So, you know, that's something that we can work on. Hold on a second. Yep. Yeah. I'm streaming right now. I'm streaming right now. I'm streaming right now. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. Bye. Sorry, I had a phone call. I had to take that. Well, anyways, let's see. Maybe a supervillain of some sort or superhero thing. Yeah, I probably could. I'd probably do that. Let me see. What do we want? What do we want? Supervillain, superhero. Trying to think of something. Something that I haven't done in a while. Super villain. Villain. Oh. Huh. You know, something with electricity. Well, I do have electricity. I could do that. And I do have, I think I have a new pose somewhere that could be used. I think. Oh, well. I don't need it. I'll do it in a minute. Hey, Demetria. Alright, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Alright. Villain. Electricity. I want to do this to show the people that there are some people that were like, oh man, I ain't seen you do anything freehand. You got to use those models. Well, I'm about to show you something because I'm going to do this all freehand today. So we're going to do this. And if time permits, I might start explaining how to do set up comic books and how to set up comic pages, because that's something I'm very proficient in. I just haven't done in a while. I haven't done any comic book stuff because I got stuck on this whole time lapse, which, I mean, I can do that too. I mean, it probably wouldn't be that bad to probably get back into doing comic books. I got so many shorts I can't even shake a stick at them all. I think I don't even know. You know, I got DB Man. I know I got a whole bunch of stuff going with that. I did some stuff for Drawing with Mad Mel involved with some of these characters, but there we go. Alright, so what we're going to do here, I want to make the brush a lot larger because I want it to just be a darker look to it, but yeah, we'll do that. We'll have electricity, something involving electricity. We'll do that today. We're going to do the eyes. Nose was a little janky, but we can fix that. There we go. Got that. Got the ear. We'll probably do something with the hairline there and there. And then we'll do something like this with the fingers. Yes, I'm not that good with hands, so I've mentioned that before. I try to draw hands the best that I can. Suck at hands, so, and I still work on it from time to time. Sometimes I draw hands just to practice and to get better. Sometimes I just don't give a shit and I just draw the best I can, and it just really doesn't matter depending what I'm doing. If I'm doing something for myself, I won't really care that much. If I'm doing like a commission piece or something, I'll put more time and detail into it. But if it's something I'm just doing just for like a sketch or some kind of mess like that, I don't really care. Now I know that might seem a little sloppy, like, oh man, you should care about what you're doing, and you know, I do. Don't get me wrong, I do care, but you know, after a while, once you start doing things and get used to doing certain stuff, or you get a certain feel for it, you kind of, I won't say jaded, but you kind of get used to it, you know, and you're kind of like, who cares, you know, a hand is a hand. So we'll get a little hoodie, a little something there, you know, there we go, a little arm, and the rest of the hoodie. He could be a Hong Kong Bwong man. You know, they get electrocuted. They do sometimes. You know, sometimes he might have electricity. You know. Let's see. Well, yeah, the Mind Flare will probably be under that classification. I can find that. I probably will do that maybe Thursday. I probably will do like a Mind Flare thing. Give me a chance to like re-look up the picture and see exactly what it looks like again, just so I have kind of an idea. But that'll work. Let's see, what else was there? Oh yeah, well, I think I was talking about, yeah, with the hands. The thumb is really big. That thumb is really big. God, that thumb is big. That thumb is dumb looking. Look at that. It looks like a damn toe. There. We'll trim some of that down. So let's see. What are we going to talk about? Oh yeah. Decided to have a cheat meal today. I'm trying my best not to eat fast food as much as possible. I know it's very difficult to do, but I had the old King today, and you know what? I really feel like Burger King just doesn't taste the same as it used to. Maybe it's the fact that I just don't eat as much fast food as I used to, but to me, it just doesn't taste the same. It just tastes a little wonky and out of place, you know. But I had one of the fish sandwiches, and I mean, it was all right, but it wasn't anything that I would have, you know, wrote home about. Like I didn't find it to be like, oh my god, inspirational. Like, geez, I could, you know, this is like the greatest thing ever. Never, it didn't really feel like that, but I mean, it was all right. It was okay. Maybe I'm not the only one that feels that way about fast food. It would be great to see the lady and then. Oh yeah, you're talking about. So what is this? It would be great to see the lady that told you and showed you. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that. I can draw that. I'll draw that sometime. So we're gonna do that real quick. It's kind of a warm up. Let's see, electricity. Oh, we'll get to the going ahead and get to the eyes and shaping up all the rest of this. Let's get his clothes and everything shaping up. But yeah, it was I don't know. I was really disappointed with that. It wasn't like I really wanted Burger King either. It wasn't the fact that I was like really pumped up about it. It was like, what do I want? And I kind of was in a in between spot, like, nah, maybe I'll eat this, maybe I won't, maybe I want this, maybe I don't, one of those type of moments. But it sucks though when you try to find something to eat and you get kind of like palate bored. You eat the same stuff all the time, and it gets kind of boring, and you get kind of tired of it, and it sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna have electricity come out of his hands, probably some out of his body. Um, there's gonna be all over the place, so it's gonna be enough electricity for the whole group to enjoy. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. Just some of the I just feel like I don't really connect with fast food much anymore. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's just time to try to eat better, which all of us need to. All of us should try. And no, I'm not here just to be all preaching about, oh man, you need to eat healthy. I mean, if you want to eat lard and do whatever you want to do, that's up to you. You're grown, and even if you're not, you will be soon or something. Everybody's got a choice. I mean, nobody's just gonna not eat. Everybody wants to have food, and you want to have food the way that you want it. But some stuff just sucks now. Like, what was another thing I had that I haven't had in a long time? I had this not too long ago. I had a milkshake. Oh yeah, a milkshake. Shakes suck. They don't. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I just don't. Maybe I'm one of those harumph ass old men now. I don't know. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I don't think I'm that old. But I really think people don't know what they're doing in stores and in places like, fast food restaurants and stuff. I mean, yeah, you hear the whole thing, oh, it's kids, and, kids got to learn somehow, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I guess, but maybe the same way as if someone was trying to do heart surgery, and it's like, oh, man, this is Ted's first time, and he takes your brain out instead of your heart, and you ain't going to be too happy with that. It's going to be a little strange. All I'm saying is, man, I just don't think a lot of the food and stuff tastes the same. But also I think that the change in diet is a little bit, cutting carbs and sugar out. That's good. Doctor told me I was 20 pounds in the past couple months. That's good. Losing weight's good. You feel better once you lose weight, and trying to cut from carbs and stuff is good. It's hard though because we live in a society that wants us to eat fucking bread, and bread's good, but yet again, it's a bunch of bullshit in it, and everybody always ends up eating it, and then you get bloated, and then you feel heavy, and you're like, dear God, what happened to me? But it would be nice if they had faster, healthier options, like they used to. They did years ago. Like, what happened to the wraps? What happened to those kinds of things? Different options. Nobody's saying, I mean, if you want to pump fucking butter all over a salad, fine, but give us the option for a salad, and don't charge for a whole bunch of shit, for some wilted ass lettuce. Like, give us something decent. Like, what is so wrong with having food that's like halfway decent and not sucking all the time? Like, I mean, but maybe that's for a different situation. Maybe I shouldn't be talking that much about it, because some people might get upset about that, and they may be, oh, you make blah, 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 that kind of shit. It happens. People complain about stuff, and then they, you don't know what it's like, you don't know this and that, and it's just, different options. Or like, as long as they make low carb food taste better, and I mean, they had some cinnamon bread not too long ago that was like keto friendly or whatever, which is good. Also, you should be careful with the keto thing too, because apparently, like everything, it pops up and it's like, oh, keto's great, and now they're talking about it can cause heart disease. But what doesn't cause heart disease? Like what doesn't cause heart disease? You breathe too hard, you'll have a fucking heart attack, right? But that's kind of the direction that we all go in. Now we're gonna fix this man's face. Yeah, we're gonna fix his face. See what's going on here. Does want him to. There it is. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I read this report. I think it was last night or early today that it was saying like, is keto bad? And they're saying like all the meat intake is bad for the human body because apparently it's hard to digest and all this other kind of stuff. I mean, anything in abundance is going to be hard for your body to digest, especially if you're going on a new diet and you're changing what you're already currently eating to something different. Like if you're changing what you're eating, immediately your body's going to go into shock. It's going to be like if any of you seen Terminator 2, the black dude that got shot up and he's holding that weight in his hand and he's panting and stuff. That's your body when you cut shit out, okay? That's your body. I don't know how much, doing that kind of shit, that's you, okay? I want to eat better. I want to cut out sugar. I want to cut out Cokes and stuff. Your body's over there panting and shit, making all kinds of noise. But eventually it's going to chill out. Eventually it will. It'll chill out. But you're going to go through a whole lot of shit before you get there. And that's like anything. Exercise, changing your life. If you drinking or whatever, your body's adapted to it. Well, like bread and pasta, carbs from vegetables are encouraged. Yeah, carbs from... See, that's the thing with vegetables. Like, okay, speaking of that, you can get carbs. The whole dietary setup is different for every single person. And I wish that dietitians, I've had dietitians for a while, for other things, health reasons, health situations. A lot of people I know have had a dietitian. Some people I know are dietitians. And yeah, is encouraged to have, carbs from vegetables and stuff and be able to eat more vegetables. But here's the problem. It's the what you should eat in comparison to what is the cost. But nobody wants to talk about that. It always comes down to what's the cost. I have explained that before. Like, okay, if food keeps being this X, Y, and Z expensive, and you have to choose between X, Y, and Z to eat, it makes things difficult. You know, listed things specific: fish oil, avocado nuts, yeah, nuts, salmon, tuna, olive oil. Yeah, these things are leaner. Yeah, you want like leaner type. That's leaner type protein and stuff. It's not going to be that bad for you. See, those things are easier for your body to break down. It ain't going to have a lot of like saturated fats and a whole bunch of other trans fats and all that kind of stuff. So your body isn't going to really reject that or have a lot of issues with that. And that's where a lot of people run into problems, especially with diets and different things in that order, is all those extra type of shit that they put into stuff. And it's hard for the body to break down. Like high fructose corn syrup is considered a poison, but or at least that's what I'm told. You can't really say what's for definite or not. Once you're down a little bit of weight, you can eat less. Just eat less rather than just than what you want. Yeah. Portion control. That's the other thing too there, Zatarius, is portion control. See, that's another thing too. We've been taught wrong. Everything we've been taught throughout life has been like slightly wrong. Like finish everything on your plate. I mean, I get it. Back in that time, it was kids needed to finish what you're eating, or do all this and do all that, or finish what's on your plate. And, sometimes eating more and just finishing everything that's on your plate really isn't the way to go, because you got to think about portion control. I'm terrible about it because I snack a lot. I don't eat a lot of, like, full meals. I mean, I eat and I cook, but I'm not hungry enough for a meal. Now, if I had, like, a canister of nuts, I'll sit there and eat the whole damn thing in one sitting. And would not feel bad about it. But that's because I snack more than I actually eat. Damn, and I fucked up that ear. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but I wasn't too for certain. But now I know because, well, it was way up there, and nobody's ear is that damn high unless if you're an elf. And, but, let's see. I'm down to build sufficient garden. Yeah, gardening isn't that bad. I don't know how well it will work. I mean, you would probably have to get one of those garden boxes, because trying to grow vegetation in the sand is not fully sand, but it's like some sand. I looked at it because I wanted to grow some tomatoes when I was there in Florida. I wanted to. Didn't get a chance to, but that was the direction I wanted to go in, was to grow that. I went from a normal McDonald's order or double large cup of beef. I like 2 double cheeseburgers. Now I just like tuna sandwich and a little carb bread. That's good though. Yeah, and cut down all that the amount that you were eating. I mean, that's really good that you've trimmed that down. And plus, it'll save your life at the end of the day. Because, I mean, nobody really thinks about it, but after a while, once you start eating, better, you feel better. You don't feel so sluggish. You don't feel so bloated up. And, you don't feel so tired. And, it just feels better. And I'm not saying this for people who aren't able to, or who who want to do better and not able to right at this moment. It takes time. I mean, shit. Look at me drawing. I mean, it took me a while to get to where I'm at. It takes everybody a while to get somewhere. But just keep it up. Don't give up. Just keep going. Just keep trying. And eventually you'll get there. Not all diets work the same. Don't look at a diet as like a fix-all, because that's where people get all messed up. Is you want to try to have a diet that's going to work for you. You know, you got to look at yourself. Don't try to do what other people have done. Don't try to do what other people are trying to do, because their body might be different. Their body makeup may be completely different than yours. You know, so you got to take that in consideration. Let's see here. So that's pretty good so far. I'll put some lightning on here, and we will see what we got. Yet again, I didn't go through any of this, but you know, that's okay. I am not too worried about it, because, you know, I thought about, hey, I should have, wait a second. There it is. Well, I thought so. Maybe I need to make it a little bit larger. Maybe about 200. But yeah. Yeah, that's true too, Dimitri. Yeah. Alright. I'll listen to it later. I do know for myself, smoking was a big problem, but at one point in time, cigarette smoking was terrible for me for a while. But then one day I woke up and I just decided I don't want to smoke anymore, which is, I'm not saying that that's every single body, but once you find when you're ready, that's the other thing too. Like, you gotta, everybody's got different ways of doing things. Like, some people, want to. I have a couple of people I know in personal life that have struggled with, different things, like trying to quit drinking, smoking cigarettes, different things like that, and it just takes time. Yeah, beef and pork, moderation. I would say beef and pork, Dimitri, definitely moderation. You don't want to overdo it, because the body is weird. The human body, and I'll say this, and I'll get off of the whole food kick thing, because we all know that it's a rigged game against everybody trying to be healthy and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, the one thing that we all have to keep in mind is this. They have a model that we're all supposed to follow, and I even found this out from a dietitian, that they have a basic model that everybody's supposed to try to fit into. It's like everybody trying to wear an extra large shirt, and some people need a 2X shirt, some people need a medium. Not everybody's going to wear the same type. But let's see, Brian did the same thing, just didn't want to smoke anymore. I did go back to vaping a little bit quit. I got the COVID pneumonia thing. Yeah, pneumonia's rough. Yeah, no. I'll finish this statement, then I'll get on to that. Like everything, even like the dietitian that explained this to me, she was telling me, everybody's trying, everybody tries, but it's like everybody trying to wear an XL shirt. Not everybody wears the same. You got to find what works for you. You got to do what works for you. You can't do what everybody else does. If eating soup is the way that you want to go about it, and that works for you, you can eat soup every day until you turn blue in the face. And I could eat soup and it don't do shit for me. That doesn't mean that soup isn't going to work. It just means it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for everybody. And that's the problem with a lot of things, is that, if it works for you, cool, if you want to do that. But if it doesn't, then, some things just don't work for everybody. Yeah, I plan on planting some vegetables. I want to, But you know, not every. All I'm saying is, guys, is that you got to find what works for you. If you find a diet that works for you and keto is the way to go, cool, do keto. If it isn't and you find something that's a little bit better, then fine. Only thing is that you got to find something that works for you. Just don't give up because the fact that you may or may not have found something. You got to try. There's many different avenues, and sometimes not everything works for everybody. And there's nothing wrong with it. You might have to do 5 or 6 different type. You may find it one shot off and just be done with it. And hey, if that's the case, cool. I am happy for you. No shade, being some people aren't able to. Did I find my brushes? I found some of them. Look at that. I found some brushes that I lost because I think I was trying to do something with hair and it didn't work out the way I thought it would, or I misplaced it probably. I don't know what to do with the hair, but I want to do something. Nah, I'm not even happy with that. I'm not even happy with that. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What can we do with this? Yeah, I'm talking about body chemistry. That's it. Hey, body chemistry. That's exactly it. You know, not everybody's body chemistry is the same. That is exactly what I was trying to say. But you know, it's okay though. You know, everybody's body is different. Everybody does different stuff. You know, just find what's right for you. Find that one niche that's right for you, and you know it'll be fine, and you will be fine. Everybody will be okay. You just got to find what works for you. I mean, you know, some people, you know. Now, I would say if you're gonna go as far as Mel, you said, you know, you said like, oh, you know, you can just do something with your body. Now, that doesn't mean to just go out there and just start getting shit stapled together and you know hot gluing your body back together because you want to be slim. You know, don't do that. And don't use supplements and stuff. You know, just old fashioned hard work and trying. And you know, also keep in mind too that we're older. Some of us are older, not all of us, but some of us that are here are a little bit older. So you know, you may or may not be able to have the same metabolism that you had once upon a time, and there ain't no reason to kick yourself in the ass over that. You know, you just got to take that in consideration. Just, you know, take that in consideration. But enough of that. Enough of that, because you can go all day about, oh man, my ass is getting big and all that. We all got there because of COVID. Now, the COVID thing, you know, that was shit. You know, and don't do anything to me, YouTube, because I said it. Fuck, just chill out. It ain't that big of a deal. But you know, yeah, when people were locked in their houses and stuff, which I still think that was kind of dumb. I mean, I don't know, man. It just seemed a little silly to do that. That just didn't seem like it was productive. But what do I know? And again, I'm just an artist and I don't know shit. You know, that kind of stuff. But I just think that a lot of people and a lot of things, you know, we kind of saw our health situation go to shit because of that. I mean, you know, we're stuck in the house and everybody just running around just eating whatever or not eating or gorging and drinking and shit. Because, I mean, hell, we all thought that, you know, somebody breathed on me the wrong way, I'm going to die. And, I mean, at one point it was that bad. Still could possibly be that bad. Who knows? But, you know, I would say that was a big contributing factor to a lot of stuff. This looks pretty good. I like the way that this is looking. Now for the lightning, if I can find it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's looking good. Stream's looking pretty good over here on the live for Facebook, which I'm really happy. I've been having complications with that, and I hope it's coming through good on YouTube as well. Usually I don't have a problem with YouTube. Usually YouTube works out pretty well, so I don't have any issue with that. So let's see here. We want electricity. I know I have it because I've been looking at it for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days now, and I would like to say that it is somewhere close to here. Okay, glow, lightning magic. Lightning magic. There wasn't much for me to use for lightning magic. Um, but this is all that I could actually get. And I need to change the color up of that to blue. And okay, is it buffering on YouTube or is it buffering on Facebook? Which one? And also keep in mind I'm still using satellite, so I mean that's not really helping anything. But that might change. I don't know. It's a high possibility things might change with that. We're gonna make this larger and give it more of a kind of there we go, around the hand. YouTube, that's a little strange, but okay. Well, I mean, it could be because the fact that I'm dual streaming now, that I'm actually streaming on both, which I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, but it could be. I mean, I'm not sure. This is yet again, all of this is new. Trying to do the multi-streaming, and it looks like they're still, from the information I have, it looks like they're still working on that. So it's not like 100% yet, but it's almost there. It's getting there. So that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing. So what we're going to do now, since I got this situated, lightning looks pretty good. Is there anything else that you want or that we should put here before I start trying to color it in and fill it in? Anything else anybody want in this? Because we got the guy with the lightning, and I figured if we're going to put anything else in here right now, it'll probably be the best time to do so. So I'll wait for you guys to tell me real quick. In the meantime, I'm going to go on ahead and do some detail work. And let's see. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright. Okay. Okay. Okay, so nobody else wants to add anything else. Let me go back up and look in the chat and see if there was anything I missed. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we're going to try to make him a villain, as villainous as we possibly can. Well, coffee's wearing off. Coffee doesn't do the trick anymore for me. It did at one point in time, but I think I've grown an immunity to caffeine. I don't think caffeine really works like it used to. You know, that's the sad part about like stimulants like caffeine and other things. Like after a while, it can turn on you, and then you're like, oh man, what's going on here? I don't know what to do. Maybe an electrical sword in the other hand. Okay. Let's see. I can make a dagger made out of electricity. Would that work? Yeah. Dagger or something made out of electricity facing the opposite direction. I could do that. Let me see here. Yeah. Caffeine sucks. I mean, I wouldn't say caffeine sucks, but it can after a while. It just, I don't know. It just feels like it just doesn't do the trick. But also, I had the luxury of being. I guess I could say I was slightly addicted to energy drinks at one point in time. Not like it was, oh man, I can't do nothing with them. Um, then maybe a storm in the background. Yeah, I could do a storm. Um, yeah, it kind of weighed on me after a while, having all that coffee and espresso and shit. Um, Regular maybe. It's just in the eyes. Yeah, I'll do the eyes will be easy. I gotta get a different. Maybe I don't need a different brush. There we go. I'll probably just try to shrink this down and see if I can get a better lightning effect out of the eyes. And okay, yeah. And I'll turn the opaque up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Nope. I did have it. It was there. There it is. There we go. Oh boy. That didn't work out that well. There it is. There we go. Alright. And then we can put some clouds in the back. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put some clouds in the back and. Huh, sorry. Damn. That's so sad. I had a cup of coffee earlier. Everything was going swell. And it's like, oh man, this coffee is great, you know? And then all of a sudden it let me down. And I'm like, oh, you suck. So hard. But yeah, you don't want to have a addiction to caffeine. Like get really hardcore addicted to caffeine because that becomes a hard thing to curve. You know, like you wanna you wanna curve it, but then you run into issues like, oh man, I just need another cup. I just need another cup, and then before long you're up for like 3 4 hours at night, can't sleep. You know, you're unable to sleep, you can't sleep, but it tastes so damn good. Everybody likes the taste of coffee. I mean, shit, who doesn't? Everybody likes it. Everybody likes the taste. Everybody likes the way it tastes, or at least some people do. Maybe not everybody. I mean, there might be a few people out there like, ugh, coffee's gross. And if that's the case, cool. You know, not everybody likes everything. And that's okay. Not everybody has to like everything. You know, just, it's alright. You know? But yeah, coffee's something else. There we go. Alright. So I got that. Going ahead and finish up the straps in the pants and all of that stuff. Give them some dark denim. Dark denim. Damn. That sucked. I don't know if it's just me. It could just be me. But I want to ask this. Have you ever, like, certain words that you say in life, like, just sound silly, like denim and, like, Duncan? Like, every time I think of, like, Duncan coffee or whatnot, I think of someone saying it like Dunkin', real intense for no reason. I mean, their coffee's okay. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if it's between drinking high fructose corn syrup or high fructose corn syrup and coffee, I guess high fructose corn syrup and coffee is okay. I mean, between them and Starbucks, I mean, Starbucks isn't too. Well, I ain't gonna be able to do that. Starbucks isn't too bad, but I just don't. I don't mind a good thing of coffee. What I don't like is just drinking up a whole lot of sugar to get to some coffee and or getting juiced up on espresso anymore. I'm not in the I used to drink a lot of espresso, and part of that is because I was abusing the fact that I had a friend that was a manager at one point in time at a, I'm not going to say what, but a coffee type establishment. We'll say that. And when this said friend of mine, when she was working there, she didn't like coffee. So she would let me just get whatever I wanted whenever I came through. That was a good and a bad thing. I hated the fact that I was doing this, but I was addicted to 3 shots of espresso and a white mocha latte or frap. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what place I'm talking about. So I was getting fried on that shit, like really fried. Like I was not living my best life, as people like to say. I want to take a moment and let my hand rest and stretch. By the way, I was able to put my pennies together and get a better chair. Has better lumbar support, neck support, so it helps my neck and it also helps my back when I try to stretch. And it's very nice because now I have a upper lumbar support and it helps, especially sitting up, because any of you guys that work from home or do any type of stuff where you're sitting in a chair for long periods of time, this shit hurts after a while. Like it gets really bad after a while, and it gets really hard sometimes to do stuff. Oh man, I really messed that up with the clouds. Well, I know I can touch that up. I can fix it. Oh yeah, that looks like that's going to be a treacherous downpour. Now we'll make the sky a little gray. Yeah, that looks like a nasty storm brewing. I like that. That looks really good. Okay. And then we'll give all of that the look of. No. There we go. Alright. I'll come back through and finish all that up in a minute. Let's see here. Let me get some more clouds. What else was there? What else can we talk about? If you like shows, those of you who are watching, if you like Star Wars, The Mandalorian, um, that came out. New season of that came out. Definitely worth watching if you haven't. Um, I would say it's worth it. Um, if you don't like Star Wars, there ain't no reason to get tight about it. If you don't like it, okay, that's fine. I just think personally you're missing out. Um, and I think that sucks. You should definitely give it a try. Now I know some people, and this is a big thing with nerds too. And I'm going to tell a little trade secret. Not everybody likes this, but some people who like Star Trek also don't like Star Wars, and vice versa. Um, but I mean, and if I say this, I'm probably going to get a lot of hatred for it. I don't really care if I do or not. Um, but it's all the same kind of stuff, basically. Now it's different, yes, it is different. Don't get bent. Like I said, there's no need to, but yes, it's different. Sometimes it can be different stuff, like, oh man, I don't like this, or oh, I don't like that. The main thing is it's all sci-fi, so it doesn't have to make any damn sense. That's the beautiful thing about science fiction. Nothing has to make any sense. It just has to work. That's all you got to do. You just have to have it work. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to try to make any damn sense or any of that stuff. There's stuff that's the beauty of fiction. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to do anything like like what's the point? What's really the point of it? I mean, it's all entertainment. It's all that kind of stuff. Now, I will tell you what you will get hurt over is if you mistakenly call Star Wars Star Trek or vice versa. There are some people that are so crazy out there about that shit, they'll lose their mind. And also, it's almost time for conventions. Okay, so we're going to go over a couple of things. I think this is going to be a public service announcement. If you guys don't like what's going on with it, then, disregard it. I'm just going to talk about it because I feel like it's something that needs to be said, because I'm an avid goer of anime and different types of sci-fi conventions and things, and there is only one thing that I want everybody to be cautious of when you go to the cons. Okay, there's a couple of things. Number one, be aware of your surroundings. Be cautious of other people that are around you. Not everybody is very sensory aware, especially if there's a hall where they have all the vendors and stuff and all that shit. There are times that people are not paying attention. You're looking at all the stuff that's in there. Just be mindful. Watch out for other people that are there. Just watch out what you're doing. The other thing, and this is the most important, I promise you, if you do this, you will have so many friends that are there. It's not even funny. Please wear deodorant, and please keep yourself in a clean state. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are able to, and you're able to do that, then cool. You're going to have a great time. If you go in there and you have hot arms and you are just in there being a complete and utter nuisance to everybody, you're not going to have a good time. Everybody around you is not going to have a good time, and people will make sure that you know that you are the cause of it. You don't want to be that guy. You never want to be that guy. Or girl. It happens too, because there's been some females that have been to conventions that are like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, things are a little rough. What happened? Like, did you not have time? Like, what are we doing here? But, just be cautious. But just be aware of what's going on around you, and if you're able to, you'll have a great time at the convention. At any type of convention, any type of con, but just be mindful of that. And also, if you're in the vendor hall, please step to the side if you're looking at stuff. I can't tell you how many times I've been in the hall and I've been trying to get through and I want to look at something and I ask somebody, excuse me, and they're just, and just, please don't do that. Please don't. Yes, we're all there to do the same thing. Yes, we want to give them our money and we want to look at things and we want to have a great time. And everybody wants to have a good time and everybody wants to be safe and just enjoy themselves. But, there also comes the whole, hey man, just chill out. Just let everybody have their good time. And then if you're not having a good time, then, I hate it for you. But maybe next year will be a better year for you. Maybe this year wasn't it. I know I had a couple of off years. There was a few years ago. What was it? I think it was like 2020, 2021. No, it was 2020 before the whole, world went to lockdown and all that kind of stupid mess. It was during that time I went to MTAC, the Middle Tennessee Anime Convention, and I actually had a horrible time. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's going to have a bad time, but there was a couple of key factors of stuff that was going on that I wasn't really having a good time with. And what I mentioned just a few minutes ago about the BO situation, that kind of killed it for me. I mean, yeah, we're all in there, and I'll give you a quick rundown without. And I'm not talking shit about this. I'm just talking to you guys because you guys are like my audience, and I want you guys to be aware of what you're getting into because, you know, going to a convention is fun. Now, the things I'm saying here, you might be like, man, you're talking negative about it. Listen, negativity is a perspective that some people may have about certain things. But also, if you're telling somebody your actual truth and it sounds negative, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a negative thing. You know, you might be telling somebody something that comes off sounding negative because you may not be used to it already. You know, but you got to be ready. You know, and one of those things is just the ability to adapt, especially when you got other people who are in that and they don't pay attention to other people that are around you. You know, and when I was there at MTech, everything was going pretty good. It was going smooth. Me and a friend of mine went. We were having a great time. Everything was going good. We hit the vendor hall. Now, granted, I was a little under the weather. Wasn't COVID or any silly stuff like that. I had other things going on, but I was there and I was trying. I was trying really, really freaking hard to have a good time. But while we were in the vendor's hall and all of that mess was going on, someone had some hot arms. And it was bad enough that it made my stomach just queasy. I don't know. I mean, I'm a pretty strong person when it comes to like smells and things. It ain't like I'm just a punk and I'm like, oh man, I smell something weird. I want to just have a fit. No. But you know, when you get in there and you standing right next to the culprit, and you're like, oh my, only do they move. They do one of these, like, oh, and then they come by you and put their arms up. Like, what do you do with that? Huh? Like, what do you do with that? You know, you're there with other people. Some people that are, you know, they may be autistic on the spectrum. They may not be good with large crowds. May have agoraphobia. There's a lot of stuff that could be going on. So I got to think about this before I say anything or do anything. But this guy's over here offending everybody. You can see him. He's offending everybody. Everybody's having a bad time. Nobody's having a good time. What I'm saying is, if you guys go to a convention or anything like that, you know, it's okay to tell somebody, hey man, you might want to get some deodorant. You know, I mean, it's bad enough that they have Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments where they tell people you cannot be in the tournament without underarm deodorant. I mean, you know, I don't see nothing wrong with that. If you're deodorant, that's why I don't go to game stores. I want to so bad. There's one not too far from where I live. And I could go there and have a great time. They play everything from Magic the Gathering to Yu-Gi-Oh, you name it, they got nights for it. But the problem is, if I do go, like, what am I looking at? Because when I went there the last time, there was a guy that was sitting there. He was looking at, you know, getting his gear ready. I guess he was doing Warhammer. And me and the Duchess went in and we were looking around. I was showing her Warhammer, showing her cards about like Magic the Gathering. She was like, oh man, this looks pretty cool. I wouldn't mind trying that out. Cool. And then I was like, ooh, wee, hey, careful. And she was like, what do you mean? And I said, you know, you're probably going to get a whiff of underarm yuck. And she was like, really? I said, yeah, it's probably going to be really prominent in here. And she did. She said that she got a whiff of it. And it's horrible. Why? You know? And then you hear the other story of like, well, nobody wants to talk to me and nobody wants to do this and nobody wants to do that. I mean, do you feel bad for these guys? You know? And as many female gamers as I've seen, even tabletop, they're not that bad as the dudes, and I don't understand that. Like, I guess it's a culture issue. Like, guys just feel like I'm in a safe space with other guys and I can do this, but sometimes the dudes don't even want to be involved with that either. So I'm going to be one of those guys. I don't go to those places to play games anymore, or conventions when they have the whole game room, because I've been there before where they had the games and everything. You're sitting down, you're getting your cards out, and then make some getting ready to make some onion rings, and it's like, what just happened? And then you get all these guys that are ready to play, and it's like, good lord, please. I'm not beating on anybody, and I'm not trying to talk down to anybody. But if you're out and about and you're doing stuff with other people and you want to be a nerd and do nerdy things, just sparks. We'll give it some sparks. There we go. There we go. See? Is doing well. I don't think I lost connection. Ah, fantastic. So everything seems to be going smoothly. Anybody else want anything on here? Because I think that this one's almost done. This one didn't have a lot going on with it. Make it look like he's standing in water. I like that. Yeah. Alright, guys. Let's see. If it's not buffering, anything else? If not, I guess what we could do is sign it. I want to give my hand a minute. And I'm going to stretch my back. I slept weird and I've been doing outside work. Everybody knows it's that time of year for outside activities. And outside work is crazy. I mean, you can have fun out there, but let's face it, doing yard work sucks. And picking up tree branches and limbs suck. But I don't have a wood chipper. It probably would be funner if I had a wood chipper, but I don't trust myself with the chipper because once I get done with the trees, then I'm going to be looking at other things to throw in there, and that's just going to make things bad for me. And I don't want to run into that type of situation. So it's okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Stream looks pretty good. Still going strong on 8 minutes ago, huh? Oh. That's cool. Alright. So let's see. Let's take a look here. Let me come over here. See, I didn't even see Killbot over here. Hello, Killbot. Let's see. I was going to say 2021 was an off year for everyone. Another thing, if you buy an expensive replica of something, don't be an idiot and toss it around to show off. You'll drop it and break it and look stupid. Yep, that's true too. Let me go back in this chat because everything kind of stopped. Because I'm watching multiple chats. This damn thing is weird. It's new, so they're working on it and it's still finagled around. So what I'm talking about is like some of you guys, I can see the chat for YouTube perfectly fine, no issue. But when it comes to like Facebook, the Facebook chat, I have to look at multiple chat, and that one's a little bit slower, and it cuts some of the stuff off. So we're going to go back through here. Let's see. And we're going to start right about, let's see. Yes, I did the monsters all the time, but now it's a buttload of sugar, so I can't do it. I have Yeah, if I got Death Wish, right? T is so calming and healthy. That's true, Demetria. See, I like both Star Wars and Star Trek. Okay, I didn't pick sides when it comes to freaking entertainment. I like both Marvel and DC. I like Star Wars. I just haven't seen much of Star Trek. Listen, Star Trek is all it is Space Navy. Done. Okay? Star Trek is Space Navy. And I know there's going to be somebody that's going to hear this and they're going to basically pull their pants over the back of their head and have a conniption fit and probably scream outside and may catch their house on fire over this. It ain't that damn serious, okay? Yes, it's Space Navy. Yes, it has everything to do with the ocean and how Navy works, but it's in space. And they have shields and phasers and torpedoes and the Borg. You can come kick my ass if you want to. I don't care. It's the truth. And let's break this down. Yes, it's entertainment, but I'm going to say this just for argument's sake to get this off the table because I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. If you put a ship from Star Trek against a ship from Star Wars, yes, they both can destroy each other. I don't want to hear any mess about, oh, well, one can do, the one from Star Trek, well, that one wouldn't be able to do anything because the one from Star Wars, they use this. Okay, here's the deal. If you're using a projectile that is a hard projectile like they do sometimes in Star Trek, then, or in Star Wars even, it can go through shields sometimes, or if you have certain shields, it won't go through. Plasma will go through it. Most of the stuff that they use in Star Wars is plasma based, so it will go through. Or heated bolts at a very high rate of speed. It can go through the shield. Phasers and stuff, that can do different stuff too. That would be like a blaster. It will work the same. The only thing that's different is when we're not putting in Jedis at all in this shit, because that has nothing to do with it. We're leaving Jedis and Sith out of it. Okay, we're gonna leave the fucking space wizards out. So we crossed that bridge. I just wanted to do that real quick and get that over with. Let's see here. I saw a new movie, but that's about it. Don't touch people. And see, staying in character is cringe. When not taking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got some stuff here. Okay, bring some dollar store deodorant. Yeah, okay. Now we got something here. Well, first off, I think that we're pretty much done with this. So we'll go on. Is it safe to say, guys, if we're good with this picture, just put a thumbs up. Just let me know if we're done with this, because I'll do something else with this at a later time. But I think it's okay for right now. We'll try something else. Let's see. Because I should have done the clothing texture before I did the lightning. But we'll just do. There we go. Alright, so we did that. We got that done. Alright, so I'm going to set up the next page and then I'm going to do a furry picture. Oh my god, I'm about to draw a damn furry, so this is going to make everybody go fucking nuts, because that's the only thing that people want to see is furry. So I'm going to do a furry picture and get this out of the way and be done with it. Okay, so we got that, and then I guess we'll just name him Bolt. We'll just name him Bolt. How about that? We'll just save him as Bolt. Bolt. Boom. Yeah. So, yeah, no. You don't want to go out there with okay, this is the thing I absolutely hate, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys something that I did that I was ballsy enough to do, okay? The last time I went to a anime convention, the one I was referring to, when I went to that one, I had what's called a Zatoichi katana. Okay, that means it doesn't have a hand guard. That hand guard is missing, and it's just literally all together. If you watch Naruto, Shippuden, or any of that shit, the sword that Sasuke carries is a Zatoichi blade. It's usually depicted as for ninjas, certain types of samurai, different types of shit, whatever. It's a cool sword. I like it. You have to be very. It's more of sheath attacks and one-hit kills, because the fact that you don't have the ability to block and guard. If you mess up and you get your hands hit, that's it. All these lovely suckers are gone. Period. You're going to be doing that kind of stuff. Like, oh man, I got a sword and you got nubs. Nobody's going to take you seriously. You're going to have a problem, and they didn't have duct tape back then. So that pretty much takes care of that. But yeah, no, I had my katana with me, and yes, this thing was battle ready. It was sharp. I could have cut a man in half. And these assholes decided, oh man, we're gonna buy some new swords at the convention and go around and swing stuff around. And they were swinging these, like, they weren't sharp, but they're still metal. You know, even if it's a wall hanger, even if you're just going to stick it on your wall, it's still a sword. It still can hurt you. It still can do something. It can, if you pop somebody in the face with it, they will bleed, you know. And they were swinging that shit around, and I was like, man, you guys need to quit. And then this kid thought that he was going to be smart, right? And that sort of kind of played out, some of it. I mean, it's still fun to a degree, but some of it is slightly played out. But this punk ass kid decided, oh man, I want to come over here and cause some trouble. And he started swinging around. I was like, hey man, you need to cut that out. And then he got smart with me and was like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, man, I don't want to do this right now. Don't do this. And then he was like, come on, man, square up with your sword. And I had to let it go. I had to let it go. I'm like, no, man, I can't do that. Now, mind you, in the back of my mind, I was like, fuck this kid, you know, I was really like, man, F this kid, I'll shut him down. But then I realized I'm a grown man, and I have an actual katana here. Nobody knows I have a real katana here. Like, I'm about that life. I'm that man. And, you know, and and it was bad. Because, see, here's the other part, too. While I was standing in the vendor section where they had some food and stuff, these cops were looking at me, and they were like, hey, is that real? And I was like, yeah, okay, like, I'm really going to be here with a real sword. And they're like, can you take that out? And I said, I'm not supposed to, remember? You guys told us don't take this out for any reason. And they were looking at each other like, well, where'd you get it? And I said, well, I didn't get it from here, if that's what you're asking. And they were like, well, where'd you get it at? And I'm like, well, you know, I bought it, but I didn't buy it from here. So they were trying to shake me down. Eventually they gave up because I cracked a joke. I was like, man, what good is it? I said, plus, even if I had a sword, what difference would it make if I had one? I said, you guys have guns. I can't compete with that. What do you think this is? An anime show? And then they laughed because we were at an anime convention. Like, you bunch of nerds. Like, what did you think? But yeah, no, I was sweating bullets because I was like, damn, if they do a blade check on me, shit, I'm out of here. And then they're going to take my sword. But they didn't. I called their bluff. I did. They just wanted to mess with me. Working, trying to get all this stuff set up. So there is a stigma in the art community that if you get stuck, and some people will be like, no, that ain't true, but I feel like it is a true statement. If you get stuck doing like furry stuff or certain kinds of art, you get stuck doing that is what you're going to be known as. Okay? So that's fine. I mean, it's not a problem, but most people, they want to go to more of the hentai, yaoi stuff like that. And if you want to do that, then, you know, that's fine. If that's what you want to do, that ain't what I want to do. So, you know, I kind of try to stay away from getting real hardcore into that because I don't want to get stuck in that kind of stuff. And, you know, but granted, that's what brings the people. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try to do a humanoid, like, fox kind of situation here. So it's going to be like a little fox girl and, you know, a little outfit and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully it'll look nice. I need to zoom in because that finger looks like absolute mess. What is this? Look at that. It looks like a worm with two eyes and a whole bunch of bullshit going on. Just a bunch of trash. But we'll fix it up. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get this looking really nice. She's gonna look really sweet. Another thing too, like I told you guys, I haven't. I'm just letting the store run this course with some of the items there. I'm gonna try to reprice some stuff. I want to make some things a little bit more reasonable. So I'm gonna have a lot of the stuff that we've been working on, both either here or Drawing with Mad Mel, is going to be on the new roster. I know I've mentioned that 1,000 times before. Just haven't had a chance to really do much. Plan to over the weekend, so I can try to get some shit going with that. If you guys want some merchandise or want some new stuff, I looked at different things, maybe some playing cards, maybe a puzzle, something like that. Give you guys a little bit of a different look at some items, maybe something that might be fun for those of you who have kids, you know, that want to try to give them something to do, especially when summer comes around. Because I know it's like, oh man, I want them to get out, but then, you know, who knows, they might get grounded. Because, you know, usually when we were kids, if any of you guys remember, some of us got grounded during summer and it sucked. Nobody wanted to get grounded during the summer. You tried your best not to get grounded during the summer. But you always had that one damn kid that would always get you in trouble. Or if you had siblings and you had a sibling that would get you in trouble. Or you would get in trouble trying to keep your sibling from doing trouble. You know, either way, when summertime came, no, you didn't want to get stuck in the house, period. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if it was 150,000 degrees outside and it was hot enough to melt asphalt. You want to be out there burning alive. That was what it meant to be a kid back in the day. But, you know, some of us may not ever get, some of us don't even know. I mean, you know, there are kids that are out there today that don't even understand that. You know, the beauty of just running out there and getting in the shit, as I like to put it. I mean, spent years doing community service because we got in the shit. You know, especially Sean knows. Sean's still on here. Sean knows because me and Sean got in a lot of shit over the years. And don't say what the fuck we did either, Sean. You keep that shit quiet. But we did enough to get us in trouble enough that we've had to do community service like 3 or 4 damn times. I remember that. Moving picnic tables where they don't need to be. Doing dumb stuff, just doing whatever, just being kids, being dumb, being crazy, doing crazy shit, and it's fun. But and even being an adult, you know, that's another thing too. I wanted to tell you guys, if you're an adult and you feel like, oh man, I want to go to this ball place and go jump around, or go to like one of those trampoline places, or man, I would love to do this, just do it. Okay? Like, just do it. Like, what is the point of not doing it? Because you think someone's going to say something? Ain't nobody caring about what you're doing. Half the people that are out there that are trying to live life don't know what the hell they're doing either. You know, if you want to go out there and go to a damn bounce house and want to jump around, go jump around. Go jump around. What are they going to say to you? Huh? You can't jump? Shut up. Take my money. You know, that's just so damn dumb. I don't understand that. Like, there was once upon a time, there was this girl I was dating, and her son wanted to go to one of these little bounce places. Let's see, it's on a surprise. All of the old shows bring out all the new characters and blow. Oh, minds, man. Well, okay. Yeah, I got some new characters. I got characters I ain't done anything with also. I got a bunch of characters I ain't done nothing with, really. But that's a good idea to me. Just should try that. So, the part that I just, you know, I was like, man, let's go. Let's try this out. Let's see, are you using the program, Yep. No, I'm using, Clip Studio. I'm using Clip Studio Paint EX. It's very easy to use. It works on both um, iOS and Windows. It also works on Linux. So, I mean, it works on a lot of different platforms. I like using it. I've been using it since it was Manga Studio debut. Shit, I've been using this for over 12 years, almost. A little bit over 12 years, many different versions of it. It's all the same stuff, though. But it's really nice. It's almost like it's similar in a lot of ways to um, whatchamacallit. Shit. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Photoshop a little bit in a way. But there's other things that you can do in it that you can't do in Photoshop. Like you can do animation in this. You can do all kinds of nifty stuff. Um, I'm trying to learn. Um, I'm trying to learn animation with this, but it's a very big learning curve with animation. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but one day I will learn the new skill. Um, yeah. Let's see. There we go. Now we got that. But yeah, this software is really easy to use. But what I'm getting at is go do shit that you want to do. Forget the stigma. Forget the stigma. Go do whatever you want to do. You want to go to the park and play on the swing and go swing, go swing. You wanna go jump on a trampoline somewhere, go jump on a trampoline. You wanna go do laser tag, get some people together and go laser tag. What I'm getting at is this whole stigma of people being too old to do shit. Everybody needs to go out and do something. Have fun. Go play. Do something. Shit. It's not hard to just go and have a good time. But Mel, what about us being older and looking like adults? So what? So what? It doesn't matter. What does it matter? What's going to happen? What, someone tell you got to leave? Okay, fine. I got to leave. Okay. So what? You leave, you come back. Huh? You go again. That doesn't mean that it's over. Look at that. That's pretty. You know, doesn't mean that it's completely over with. It just means that, you just got to stop at that point in time. All I'm saying is summer's coming, guys. Have fun out there. Just get out and do some stuff. We've been stuck doing the same old remedial shit for a while. Get out there. Have fun. Meet people. Do stuff. Go take a trip. Hell, if you can't take a trip, then just enjoy being out and about. Just go do something. Have fun. Live life, because if you don't, it's so sad to hear people say, "Man, I wish I could have lived my life." Yeah, fuck, nah, get out there. Now look at that. Look at this. Huh? What are you gonna do with this? This is a fox. This ain't a human being. This ain't a human being. What are you doing? What are you gonna do with this? See, this is the problem I have, because what'll end up happening is this shit right here. Like, oh, she looks all cute and stuff, and then I get. It's just the fact that they come out really well and they look really pretty and people like them. There we go. There we go. Just give her a little bit more. And there, and then we got that. There we go. Now we got that. And then we come in on her body here. And then we'll do this. And then we'll get fur pouch here. Because, you get the little fur. Oh, it didn't wanna act right. Okay, and there we go. Okay, and then you got the little pooch right there, fur. Now, I can see now what's going on with the Facebook aspect of stuff, if you guys are still there. See, so what's going on with Facebook is once I hit over an hour, it goes to shit. That's why I'm starting to notice. As soon as it hits an hour, it goes to absolute ass. So, multi-streaming right now may not be a feasible thing. It may not actually be a feasible thing. Granted, you guys can see me on YouTube, which seems to be working quite well. Besides the buffering issue, but it might be buffering because the fact that I'm trying to do two streams at once. Um, it keeps blacking out. Yeah, it does. Don't Is it blacking out on the YouTube or is it blacking out on the Facebook? Because I know it's blacking. Because I don't know what the hell happened with all of that, but I think that the Steam, me streaming with YouTube and Facebook isn't going to work. So we're not doing that anymore. Okay, so that's over with. The whole Facebook multi-stream thing, I don't think it's working like it's supposed to, and I think I got had. So if you guys are still here, cool. I appreciate it. We're going to just continue on with what we were working with here, and then we'll just finish this up. And oh man, that's a big dopey looking eye. Um, there we go. Okay, cool. Thanks for sticking in there, guys. Appreciate it. So, yeah, we're going to no more Facebook streaming and YouTube streaming. It's either just going to be it's just YouTube from now on. Very disappointed in that. I was really hoping I could kill two birds with one stone kind of situation, but I guess that's just not going to be in the cards this time around. So, okay, cool. Well, I hate that we had to go through this to find out, but it just looks like multiple streaming just ain't it right now, or it just ain't where it needs to be yet. I mean, it might pick up maybe in the next couple of years or so, or maybe later down the road it might. But as of right now, yeah, it's not doing anything as of right now. Let's see. Let's do So check real quick. Let's see who's still with us. Stay with YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with YouTube. I'm not gonna leave YouTube. I'm gonna just cut the Facebook out and just do one at a time because it's not going to be feasible to do both. I know now that once the Facebook part shuts down, it causes everything to go to shit. So I'm not doing that anymore. That's just counterproductive for me. And excuse me, I don't have time for that kind of mess. And truth be told, I really don't want to mess with that because it just feels like it's just a waste of damn time. Like I'm putting in all this extra time and work with this, and it's just not working. Yo. Alright, well, you know what? This hair situation isn't working like I wanted it to. Nope. So, I'll run a different type of hair. Oh, I can give her a braid. Yeah, Facebook is garbage platform. Trying to stream on anyways. Yeah, I tried. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to try to touch more and get more out there. Um, it just sucks. It just sucks because you got this whole algorithm shit. Like you got this algorithm mess, and I absolutely can't stand it. You know what I mean? Like you guys that stream know what I'm talking about. Anybody that streams know exactly what I'm talking about, and it sucks. You put in all this work, you put in all this time and effort, and you're trying to appease. Yo, what's up, cuz? Well, I'm glad that you stayed. You try to add all this extra stuff, and they're like content, content, content. But then it's like, well, I'm putting the content in YouTube. What do you want me to do? And then they're like, well, we want you to touch more people and do this and do that. Jamar from Louisville. That is Matt. Oh, what is that? Get out of here. I don't care about you. That is my cousin. That is my cousin Jamar. He is a, let's see, what is it that you do? He does a lot of different stuff, kind of like I do. He does photography, movies, different stuff like that. So it's cool. I'm glad that you were able to make it today. I'm trying to figure out what to do for hair for her, and I am having a hard time. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll just go on ahead and just use this old brush. Old but true. Old but true. Where are you? Eyes. Where's the hair? Here, we'll just use this one. We'll just use this. So, the only hard part with having doing furry kind of characters is hair for me, because they already have like fur, right? So it's like, what do you do with the fur? You just emphasize it a little bit more, like humanoid hair, a little bit, kind of. You don't want to go too crazy, but you also don't want it to be just all basic and bland. So you want to give it a little bit of a boost. Highlight pen. Oh no, I didn't want to do that, but now at least I know where that's at, and I know where the eye brush is at, and oh no, there we go. There's a lot of these tools that are kind of just like, man, what is going on here? But some of these are made in Korea, so I don't really have much control over what's going on, because there'll be somebody else that make it, and then it's like, oh, it's free to use. And I mean, I'm a sucker for free. I'm not going to say, oh, hell no to that because it's free. I'm going to be like, well, you know what? It's free. So why not? Like, why not? Because if I don't do it, then, what's going to happen? Oh, I miss out on it, and then it's going to suck, because when is it going to come back again? No one knows. They never know. They don't ever tell you either. You kind of just find out as it happens. Oh boy, what is going on here? Nope, that ain't it. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Like, God, man, you're going over the same shit multiple times. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want her hair to look like. And it's getting closer. Closer. But not there yet. Almost. Almost. Yeah, there we go. Now it's starting to shape up. And no, I don't want her to have like this little dude bob cut looking shit. I want her to actually look kind of cute. So that's what I'm going for. And it might take a little bit of work to get her where I want her to be, but when she gets there, she's going to be, there we go. Now we're making progress. Now we're cooking. Yeah. All right. So you guys like me streaming more on Tuesdays and Thursdays than I was on Wednesday? Because I feel like more people are able to watch at this time of day or time of night. Let's see. Music, movies, photographs, weddings, baby showers, divorce parties, etc. The mission man is a man for all events. That's very true. That's very true. My cousin can do all kinds of events. You know, we're talented. We might have our own thing one day. I know he does. Okay, let's see. What do you look like? All right. Well, you guys like it so far? No? Yep. Sorta, kinda, maybe. What you feeling? How you feeling? You like her? You don't? Let me know something. Somebody tell me something. Someone say something. Say something. No, I think she's pretty good at her stability in life. No, she's not a high elf. She's a fox, actually. You'll see when I add the fur color to her. She's a fox. She's just got her hair bunched up. Kind of got one of those like Asian updos kind of thing. But I'm about to hit her up with some fur. I'm just trying to get fur together for her. I just don't want it to be just basic and plain. But yeah, that's what's going on here. Is that she's a fox. There we go. Okay. And that's the brush I need for like hair. Well, thank you, cuz. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yes, indeed. There we go. Alright. Put a little detail in the tail. There you go. You know, give it a little bit of a color change. There we go, right there. There. Oh, and I will show you guys before the end of the stream. I got new business cards today, and they are amazing. Also, a little bit of information I'll put out there too. I'll say this again too. If you're new to the stream, thank you for being here. Definitely. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Definitely want you to hit that share, like and share and subscribe. Join up with the group, be a part of it. Definitely want you to be here, and we enjoy you being here, even if you've been here before numerous times or if it's your first time. We're happy that you are here, and we're glad that you decided to come and hang out with us. And if you missed anything earlier, definitely go back and watch the video from an earlier point where I was ranting and raving and all kinds of stuff. Ah, very nice. Thank you. Yes, all the vision. Yeah, I don't. This is new, so I'm going to try new stuff. It's all new. You know, well the furries and the shape and the bodies and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, I've done similar work before, but I'm just maybe everybody's looking. I'm always told, hey, it's always about that one episode that you do or that one drawing that you do that'll get your breakthrough. Maybe this will be it. Maybe it'll be it. Or maybe the business cards might help. Or maybe all the above. Look at her. She's got her little weak ass toe. Look at that sad little dilapidated thing. I'm not going to rechange it because I don't feel like it. I'm already too far ahead. She's got a handicap. So, um, that's fine. She's most of my characters have some type of flaw with them. Handicap, lazy eye, something like that. It's fine. Gives them character. Builds character for characters. So let's see. What are we going to do here? Yeah, orange and white. That's good. That's actually a pretty good color scheme. Let's see. We go with this color orange. Yeah. There it is. Now you can see what's going on here. Now you can see, nope, that is not what I wanted to happen. Nor is the underarm. It's supposed to be the upper arm. Hey, look at that. There we go. Now we got it. Now we got stuff happening. Now we got, oh, well, nah, whatever. Who cares? Okay. There's that. There's that. Alright. Then we got, I need to change that up. And I got to, yeah, no. Hold on. There and there. There. Now we got that. Okay. Now I have to do the face. First things first. I do that and that. And we bring this here and then bring that back up. We got that, and that there. Okay. And then we just, you know what? I want the line to be thinner because it's like, I don't want it to be too thick and then make everything absurd. There we go. There we go. Okay. Something like that. Alright, there you guys go. There's your little anime eyes and little dough face and all that kind of stuff. I guess doing this kind of work isn't that bad, I suppose. It's not too terrible, you know. There it is. Alright. And then we hit this orange on the outside. She looks like Tony the Tiger a little bit. Yeah, little Tony the Tiger. Alright. So let's give her kind of a turquoise looking bikini kind of deal here. That works. Give her like light green eyes. That works. Little black dot for her nose. Little pink lips. Okay. A little pink in the ears. There we go. Alright, and let's see. Should we gray that up some? Make it a little like grayer? Or what color should it be? Like, I haven't looked at a fox in a while because I know that they come in different colors, but most of the time they come in like orange and white, but they also come in what, like orange and gold, right? Or something like that. Somebody help me out here because this is, like I said, I don't really fool around with animals much and, you know, that kind of stuff. So, anything you guys might could throw in the chat, help me out here with it, that'd be great. Because other than that, I'm just over here just scraping at the bottom of the barrel trying to figure out what to do with her. Because, I mean, she's pretty, and I don't want to butcher her with some bullshit for, like, her, you know, features and stuff. I really don't want to mess that up, but I don't want it to just look basic. So, anything you guys can think of, add what kind of color. Because I'm thinking gold, and if nobody throws anything else in here, I think I'm going to go with gold in a minute. So, I want to try to be patient and wait and see if anything pops up in the chat. But in the meantime, I'm going to go on ahead and do this. I need some new music. That's why I'm not playing music tonight. I'll try to do something with music later. But I figured I would just talk. Because talking's good. You know, you get to learn the person that's doing the work. Alright. And we are almost at 2 hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. So... I have an eyelash brush. Now see, that's the other issue with the brushes. What in the actual hell is going on here? That didn't do anything but frustrate me. Nah, that just frustrated me. That didn't even give me what I was looking for. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. Brown, beige, light orange. Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Alright, let me get her some... Let me fix her eye line. Oh, boy. What was I about to do there? I was about to do something really stupid. Boy, I was coming in hard with that dumb. I was about to do something. I don't even know what I was about to do. Whatever it was, it didn't look good. Oh, that's okay. Eyelid? Oh man, some of these I don't even remember having. Alright. We'll see here. Do I have beige? Man, I got all kinds of stuff. Is that beige? I don't even know what beige is. Maybe. Maybe. Nope, that's behind the picture. That might be too dark. That's just a tad bit too dark. Nope. I'll have to change this color palette. I have to figure out. Okay, so interesting thing about this, sometimes there are multiple color palettes I use, and a lot of times they're in Korean, so I don't get to remember them all that well often. This is dope. I like this. This is cute. I like what's going on here. This is it. That's it. All right. Argument settled and done. I mean, these will be up for sale at some point. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it, you know. There we go. And let's see if we get in here. This hairline sucks because there's so many gaps in the hair, but that's okay. Well, once you get used to it, you'll be able to eyeball it. Like I said, I've been using the software for years, so I can see little gaps in between stuff. Surprisingly enough, just even with the naked eye, I can even see broken lines sometimes, but that takes years of just doing and training yourself to look for them. Because sometimes I can spot them right off, and then other times I could be looking directly at it for a long period of time and never see it, which does happen before. So, you know, it just, like anything with art or any type of like unique skill, it just over time you get used to it, and then it makes sense. And see, that's the only thing about big eyes, like anime type eyes, is that you have to go back and you have to refix it and figure out what exactly is going on, because they look lobotomized like they're a fucking robot. And I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of anime eyes, okay? I'm going to probably get some hate over this, and I knew that was going to be bad. But I've never been a big fan. And, you know, I don't mind it in the shows, but even in the shows, sometimes I don't like it. Because I think that the overemphasized big eyes and the small mouth, I mean, I know that that's a standard in Japanese anime, but I'm just not a big fan of it all the time. And the reason why they do that is because they like to show like the main characters with big eyes, because they want them to feel like a softer character. Characters who have jagged eyes and stuff like that, they want those characters to be untrustworthy and untruthful. How do I know this? Because I did research in a book about it, about like drawing anime characters and the reason why they have certain characters certain ways and why they do certain things with certain characters. And you know, it's okay if that's what they choose to do, but I don't think that that should just be a standard. I don't think that everything has to be just involved with that one type. I think that there's many different ways of being able to skin a cat, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I mean, I respect the anime design style, all of that, but you know, I've been asked before. Different people have commented on some of the videos, and there's nothing wrong. It's just feedback. You know, I've had some people come in and be like, "Hey, you need to just embrace the anime if that's what you're going to do." Well, I mean, I embrace it to a degree. I mean, yeah, I mean, I embrace it to a degree. I mean, I can't sit here and say I don't have a lot of influence from anime. I mean, that would be that would be dumb. That would be like someone playing jazz saying that they've never heard a black musician in their life. I mean, you know, that's kind of asinine, you know, to say that. But on the other hand, it's like, why do I want to do what everybody else is doing? You know, I know I've been getting real with some of you guys tonight. I've been talking some real stuff. And, you know, I feel like when my audience, what I want from you guys and what I want from my audience watching, since I have a couple of you guys on here, is that I want you guys to feel like we're sitting in the same room, talking, having a conversation, you know, going over what I'm working on, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what you like, what you don't like. You know, how was your day? What's going on with you? What's going on with you guys? Because you guys are important to me. Your opinions are important to me. Having you guys in the group, being a part of it, is important to me. It bums me out when when I'm in the middle of doing my stream and I can't stream because something happens or a technical issue. So it's not the fact that I'm just like, oh man, I'm doing some shit just to be doing it. I do this because I want you guys to enjoy it too. You know, I know that some of you had the luxury of watching me grow up doing this shit every day, every single day of my life, sitting there drawing, doing this. And some of you never even got a chance to sit and watch me do it. So either way, either side of the spectrum, I'm grateful that you guys are here. And I just, I want you to feel comfortable and be comfortable. And even new people that I don't even know. Like, I want you guys not to feel like, oh man, he's over here talking stuff and it's not. The thing is that we're not talking about politics, we're not talking about religion, we're not talking about hot topics like that, because that's not what I want. I want us to just sit here, we're going to talk about easy stuff. There's plenty of shit out there if you want to watch and just get yourself, I don't know what to do, why so hard? If you want to do that, there's other people that can get you pumped up and get you scared. I mean, if that's really what you're after. But that's not what I'm doing here. That ain't what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to have a good time and enjoy ourselves. And, make some cool art in the process. And lack of better words, talk shit sometimes. I mean, that's kind of what we enjoy doing. And that's what we're doing here is doing that. We do this, so it's fun, yeah. And if anybody is in here, the chat is always there for you guys to just put whatever that you want to in there. I know there's latency and different things like that, and I try my best to keep up with the chat. But if you guys have anything you want to talk about, anything that, hell, even if I say something that feels a little discolored to you, and you're like, I don't know about that, Mel, I don't know about that, then let me know. The thing is this, and I want to say this because the fact that I don't want them catching me doing this too much, because they'll consider me guiding people or coaching people into this. But the main thing is that they watch this algorithm so fucking hard that if there isn't any type of actual like communication going on and shit, they don't take this seriously. That's the problem with I wouldn't say YouTube, but I would say the whole streaming platform. If you don't keep it light and keep it lovely, then there's a problem. And you don't want to be that problem child, because then you run into all these other issues that you hear other streamers talking about. And that's a real thing. That's something to be concerned about, because this is our livelihood. Look at that. No, that's nice. I like that. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now comes the showstopper that everybody wants to see. Everybody's here for the one part, the shading. Now, I know I enjoy drawing. I enjoy all of that. But this is literally what most people come here to see, is watch my shade work. Now, I mean, I feel like it's good. Some people have said, it could be better, so forth, so on, whatever. It just depends on what you're looking at and what you're looking for. But my shading technique is emphasizing. It's not showing light and shadow. It's literally emphasizing certain areas of the body, which you'll see in a second. You'll see, because like as soon as I start adding, there it is, like that, and then you got these here, and then what do? We come under here one more time. Yep, and then we come around here to the arm, and then down, and then the under neck part, and look at that. That right there. That's the reason why most people come to see the show, is this right here. All of that. That looks good. I like how that came out. I like how that looks. I like how easy that is. I like the look of it. We're going to put a texture on the bikini, because I feel like the bikini needs a texture on it. So we're going to do all the shading on it first. Or maybe not. Might just keep it this way, just for argument's sake. Whatever. There's that. there's this side, the nose. Get the nose a little bit. Get the little boop. Yep, there it is. Betty boop, boop, boop. There we go. And then we come back there. Cool. And let's see here. We'll make the brush a little bit larger. Just a little bit. Because we have to do a larger surface. Surface area is not bad. It has a double overlay with this with the pen. That's the only downside to this sometimes, is that when you come over, I mean, I guess I could change it where it wouldn't actually be a thing. I could probably make it where it would just be considered just a normal brush kind of situation. But I like it when it has a little bit of, what is this? Well, that's good. Hey, JoJo. That's good that it rolled back, because boy, I've been firing off all day today. You know, it's just it sucks, but that's also another thing too. Like, some people forget to put their stuff as like not for kids. Like, that's how most people get bombed with this silly shit. Is that they like, oh man, yeah, I'll put this on here and everything. Yeah, I want kids. Okay, I could put my work up for children to see, but I choose not to because I curse. Now, do I curse because I want to sound cool? No, it's just because I'm an adult and I like to. I mean, I don't. Some people like to drink. I like to curse sometimes. That's my guilty pleasure. I'll say curse words all the time, and you know that's what happens. Yeah, see, here it is, JoJo. I told you I didn't want to get stuck into this shit, but now I'm here and now I'm doing this, and this is what it's starting to look like, and now I got a problem on my hands, because now this is where I'm at. This is where my life has led me to. I'm doing furry pictures now. My life is over. We tease a lot about this. He's part of the same group of friends that I kind of went over this, and I was like, man, I don't really want to do this. But now I'm doing it, and I'm like, it ain't that bad. I mean, it ain't that bad. Let's see if we can add something here. Let's see if we can just add a texture. Because I would love to be able to have a fur texture. Something that would just make it look like actual fur. And I don't have anything that I can think of that can make it look like fur. Maybe sand? Maybe rough? I don't know. Marble? No, I'm just going to try it. Nothing wrong with trying. Nothing wrong with just seeing. So I'm going to just take this and see what sand looks like. Not really. It's just grainy looking. Doesn't really look like much. I don't really know. There ain't no point really in that. I guess the only other thing to do now is just try to fix up the eyes, because these eyes are bothering me. They almost look like a dead, decrepit doll or something like that. I don't know. I don't like it. That's okay. I guess that'll work. That looks pretty decent, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. No. Maybe. Kind of. Sort of. I don't know. Shit. Well, I'll tell you what. I think this is probably going to be as good as we can get her without overdoing it and messing something up. I'm a firm believer in, if it looks good, leave it alone, because you can easily screw something up and not even realize that you screwed it up. And I've done that before. But I want her mouth to look, her lips to look better, though. That's a definite. I don't want them to look all beat up and tacky looking. I want her to look cute. There we go. That's better. That's better. And then I think they have little whiskers. Yeah, no. Do they? Foxes have something. Shit, I don't know. This is gonna, yeah. Yeah, I gotta look at animals and figure this part out more. This is a part that I need to do more research on, because since this is probably going to become a new thing. All right, well, there she is. I hope you guys like her. You know, hope she came out the way you guys thought she would. I think she's alright. I don't think it came out bad, considering the fact that this isn't something I do on a normal basis, but I might end up doing it. I'm not going to do anything too risky and, all elaborate and, scantily clad or anything like that. I don't know. Who knows? I might do a poster one day, or not even a poster, but a calendar with these kinds of characters. So we'll just go on ahead and just sign it. There we go. And here it is. Matt Mill 23. There we go. And I'll just name her Foxy. That's fine. I don't mind. Alright, guys. Well, it looks like we got a whole bunch of stuff done today, and I thank you guys for sticking with me. That was a rough 2 hours, damn it. Alright, so what did we learn today? Let's recap. We learned that trying to double stream on YouTube and Facebook only works half-assed, because it doesn't work completely. We also learned that I can do, furry pinups, which isn't bad, I guess. Let's see, what else is there? We did the other picture, which was a man with lightning, and that was fun. And we talked a little bit, talked about the software I used, and that was pretty much it for the show. Thursday, I'm going to show you guys how to make comics. I want to give you guys everything that you need for the comics. And what I mean by that is I'm going to save this, and let's see, save, and we're going to call her, I guess Foxy will work. Yep. Let's see here. Foxy Heart. Foxy, there we go. Okay, so we've got Foxy saved. I'll add her to the roster. I might later on do some background stuff to this, so this picture will be the same, but I might touch it up. It's a possibility, or I might just put it up like this. Who knows? But I will say that I want to show you this real quick. So the comics is very easy to do. Okay, what I'll do is I'll start a new page, and I have everything from comic. You can do an illustration, you can do a web comic, a webtoon, you can do comic books. I can do a printable print to fanzine. I can even do a show all comic settings. I can do an animation. There's all different types here. But what we will work on is we could possibly do a webtoon. Got the resolution, all of that set. And then basically from there, we will drop these 2 panels, and then this will be the first panel here. And we'll go through the panels and be able to put all different types of stuff, because basically what we could do, depending on how this will work, we can go to the actual manga materials, and the manga materials will allow us to set up the page. Now I need that to go away, and let me go here to manga in the chat comments, anything like that. If someone wants to start up I might put something on my Facebook page in the next day or so, trying to figure out what we're going to do for a comic, and we can go from there. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for showing up again, and I hope that you all had a good time and enjoyed